Hi, I'm Donnie with Gutter Boys Racing, Eastern Kentucky. We do a little bit of indoor carpet buggy racing and do some rock crawling, and we've gotten hit by the dragster bug. I had this Kyosho, just a roller. Needed a few parts on it to even be a roller, but anyhow, I've got it. I decided I'd make a dragster out of it. I'm gonna try to do a rear motor setup on it. Got some Hoosier tires from Proline. Front ones haven't come in yet. Some softer Kyosho springs. Got some JC Concept wheels going to be going on it. Got some 10 gauge electrical wire. Picked up some 8200 GNH Redline batteries. I think these are 130C. Decided to go with the Hobby Wing. I've got some Tekin stuff. I've got so much more, and I have some Hobby Wing stuff too. But I really like this is the Wi-Fi setup, and I've got the digital one as well. I picked up. I already had the little LED one, but I wanted to be able to do some things in my dragster that I just can't do with some of my other ones. I can do it with the Tekin, but I really like the setup from what I've seen so far of the Hobby Wing ESCs with the phone app and whatnot. I have the phone app on my Tekin. I love it, but I think that it's a little easier to set up with that Hobby Wing, as far as knowing without having to guess at just 1 through 10. You can actually see what you're doing, delays in seconds and whatnot, tenths of seconds. And some of this you can do with your controller too. But I've been watching, I'll give a shout out to the 707. I've watched a lot of their videos on drag racing, and it's been a lot of help to me. And I do have a Slash back there that we're going to be building. I've got the low print kit already here for my Slash. I'll be starting out with the 6.5 Phantom motor in it. Eventually I may go down to a 4.5, but they only had a 6.5. I got a Rotoron 6.5 drag motor. So we'll see how it goes. I'm putting that in the Slash. In the Kyosho, I've got this Hobby Wing V10 8.5 turn, and it's a pretty strong motor. I usually run a 7.5 and I run a 17.5 in my buggies. I have a Yokomo Cow2 that I run a 7.5 in, and then I have a Kyosho RB7 that I have two actually. One's got a 17.5 and the other's got a 6.5, and they run very well. The track we run on, though, you have to turn them way down. They got too much power. But in drag racing, it's a different thing. It's all about the power. I also have a 6.5 Hobby Wing quick run motor, but you can't adjust the inbuilt timing. I've been told that they still have. I need to do a little research and see if I can adjust it still, the turbo and all that, and you probably can. So I'll be putting one of those two motors into this RB7, into this Kyosho SC6. This started out as a build that one of my friends was working on, and he abandoned it, and I got it off of him, and I decided I'd give it a try. And one thing that I did notice that I didn't know, for some of you guys that's just starting out maybe, I spent a lot of money on tires and stuff, and I've got a whole tub of Banditos for my Mud Boss, which is also a Slash. But if you're just trying to get into it and you just want to, if you don't have the money to do that, you can put basically all those, you can put just regular buggy tires on the front of your short course truck. And they are the same. These may be a narrow one. I have different ones, but these are a regular size buggy tire rim. These are the narrows. They would work. They also make the wides if you want a little wider. But if you've got buggies and you're wanting to try it out, you can put those in. And from what I've seen so far on the Kyosho, I ordered the, actually my son got it for me for Father's Day, the 55 Chevy body. And I'm going to be running that body on this Kyosho, I think. And it looks like it's going to fit great without having to change. I thought I'd have to change to the RB7 A-arms. Nope, it'll fit just fine just by changing out and going to these. Now it may not work with every vehicle. I know on the Slash a lot of them put the Bandit arms and stuff. I'm not doing that. I ordered the Octane body for it, and I'll be doing some videos of it as well. But I'm just new into this, and I'm going to be posting some videos of this. I don't know if anybody else out there has a Kyosho drag short course build. I'd love to see it if you do. It'd be interesting. No one at my club will. Nobody will have one where we run at, I'm sure. I think I'm the only one that still runs a Kyosho buggy as far as that goes. And I like Kyosho. They're a little more harder to work on, I think. But they do have good plastics and they work good. Sometimes you can pick up part slots pretty cheap for them. They don't have a whole lot of aftermarket support. I don't know, I've always heard Kyosho people like Kyosho parts. I like a variety for sure. So I'll be seeing exactly what I have to do. I got one of these 10-inch wheelie bars. I forget the name of that company. But anyhow, I've got one of them that goes on my Slash. And I'm probably going to order or fabricate one similar to this to go onto the Kyosho. It'll just take a little bit of work to get it and get it lined out. There's a lot of going to be using a stock Traxxas servo out of my TRX4s. I've got a few of those laying around, and they're metal geared. They'll have plenty of torque for this. Be overkill really, but they'll work just fine. We'll see what I end up having to do as far as body mounts and whatnot. I'm sure I'll have to fabricate some things to get this to work out, because it's not a Slash. They don't have everything in the country for it. But I think it'll make a good build. The Kyosho is actually a little bit longer. It's a full, right at 13 inches, I think, on the wheelbase. So it's, just barely makes the parameters. So it'll be interesting to see how maybe a buggy with an inch longer wheelbase will be. I don't know. It might be good, it might be bad. I was going to try the Min Motors setup, but I've been watching some videos and I can switch this around, I think. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do, is get it to be a rear motor car. And it just puts a lot more weight down on the tires, transitions better. So we're going to be trying that. Normally on carpet, we like the mid-buggy, mid-engines a lot better. I like the setup of those better even for this, but you got to make that power, and you got to get the power to the ground. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're getting ready to come up on the end of this video. Also, where I definitely like to show Spectrum. I like Spectrum. I've got a DX6R. I like them. I can do a whole lot with it. It's a lot easier when you got those digital ones. I'm sure Fataba's even nicer maybe, but you know, I picked it up used, got a good deal on it, and I really enjoy it. You do have to keep an eye on your batteries, and if you turn it off, it does take a few seconds or up to a minute to get it to turn on. So you want to have it in standby and be ready when it's race time. There've been a few times when I'm running up onto the driver's stand and I'm trying to get my radio to go, and I'm like, hold up, you know. But you know, we race mostly just local, and the guys don't mind if they have to wait a second or two. But anyway, I'll be having some more videos on this and the Slash as well, and I'd love to hear from any of you guys that's maybe did a build out of something other than the Slash or the Slash as far as that goes. All right, thanks.